Hello. I am Ron Wellman, surprisingly still Wake Forest's reality-challenged athletic director. I am here today to read my statement on the state of Wake Forest basketball. Because I speak illogically, I have invited my old friend DV7 to translate it for you. Hello DV7. Are you as excited as I am about the future of Deacon Demon basketball?
If by excited, you mean in a blind rage? Yes. We are 5-27 in the conference. All of our players are transferring, even the ones without tattoos. Chill is getting as big as a house trying to dine the 4 remaining players into submission, and our fans are riding. The message boards are crashing with people waiting for you to say something consistent with logic and the desire to win. Yet all we hear are more insulting platitudes, and how wonderful everything is going to be in a decade or so. Face it, Ron, the wheels are completely off. Even RJ Carla's gone completely buzz out.
Don't worry. My bestest friend Jeff Buzdelack and I have a plan that is so ingenious it is not apparent to the trained eye. Let me clear things up for you. Ready?
Go ahead, Ron. This should be enraging. Or sad. Or probably both.
Okay, here goes. You have undoubtedly heard that Tony Chenault, Carson D. Rosehurst and Anthony Fields have decided to transfer to another school. Their decisions are disappointing and frustrating to our basketball staff, players and everyone associated with our program. However, it is important that we publicly support their decision and, at the same time, seize the opportunity that this presents.
Ron is encouraging us to support their desire to crawl out from under the bus and abandon the complete mess that Ron has made at Wake Forest in favor of a place where folks actually want to win. He also wants us to take advantage of the many opportunities we will have to play golf, needlepoint and cut the grass, during the time we previously spent giving a shit about Wake basketball.
The college basketball culture today is one in which players transfer regularly. Just this season multiple players are transferring from outstanding programs like Michigan, Villanova, Arizona State and Iowa State. Michigan and Iowa State had their best seasons in many years and they still are losing important players. It's important for us to find a solution to this phenomenon, both nationally and in our own program.
None of this has anything to do with Wake Forest, but since we can't hang with those programs on the court, we have to be satisfied with logically unsound comparisons. What Ron means is that even at the wrong end of the long tail of the success curve, you can toss out a few similarities that might briefly confuse a 5-year-old into thinking for a moment that their basketball program is not a total disaster.
As you can imagine, some will suggest that this is a significant blow to our program.
Yes, crazy people like NBC, CBS, ESPN, the Winston-Salem Journal and even 81 will claim this is a bad sign. Along with every other living soul not named Wellman or Buzdelack.
Although we are disappointed that Tony, Carson and Anthony will not continue with the team, our team will move forward and overcome this bump in the road.
By bump in the road, he means demolition derby. Race between Ron and Buzdelack to demolish 60 or so years of basketball tradition.
Of course. Their scholarships become available immediately and our staff is prepared to make judicious decisions about the use of those scholarships that will benefit our program long term.
Yes, we should all be comforted by the fact that this gives the same coach that got us in this mess the chance to go out and recruit some more transfers and wait who, if they miraculously stick around, may, in 2 or 3 years, get us back to the place we were 3 days ago. Which, let's not forget, was already horrible. This is just awesome.
It is extremely important that we move forward together in support of the basketball staff and program.
He means move forward really fast, before we have time to realize what a huge crock of bullshit he's trying to sell us. There's no need to fix the problem when you can just pretend it's not there. If I close my eyes, we can go away.
While these transfers are disappointing, it does not deter us from our long-term goal of establishing a sustainable championship-caliber program. Jeff and his staff are doing that and I remain confident that their decisions and actions will ultimately lead us to achieving our goals.
Did he just say Jeff, confident and championship in the same sentence? Either Ron does not read our universally negative press coverage, or he is going full honey badger on us and just doesn't give a shit. I don't know which one is worse, but we're screwed either way.
The vision for our program has not changed whatsoever.
I'd say the vision of our program has changed the teensy bit. Like from number 1 a few years ago to the worst team in the country. But let's not get bogged down with the facts when you're on a roll.
We will have a championship caliber program, competing for conference championships, advancing to the NCAA tournament, and eventually going to the Final Four.
The even better news is that eventually we will also have a new coach and a new athletic director.
We will build a program based upon integrity, players who are committed to athletic and academic excellence, players who have the character and commitment to succeed at Wake Forest, coaches who recruit players who are a good fit at our university.
We just don't know who those players are yet, because the ones we brought in to change the culture are all leaving as fast as they can.
Jeff has already attended many games of some of the best 2013 and 2014 recruits and has built very good relationships with them and their families.
Yeah, it's not like every mom and dad in America would wonder what in the hell has caused virtually our entire roster to quit. If attending games and talking to the players is all it takes, let's just hire some high school cheerleaders to coach our team.
The process to redirect our program and establish the culture that will lead us to the heights that we all desire has been challenging for everyone, but most of all the coaching staff.
Not as challenging as it has been for the fans who remember what it was like to not be the worst team in the conference.
They have done everything that we have asked of them and are totally committed to building this program in a manner that will produce the results that we all want.
This means, of course, that what Ron thinks we want is a team that finishes dead last in the conference every year, gets blown out almost every game, and has more transfers than conference wins. That's called aiming high.
None of the transferring players were run off. They were all welcome to return to our team next year.
Yes, they decided to get the hell out of Dodge all on their own. Comforting. As far as our team next year, I'd say pretty much anyone will be welcome, if we want to be able to scrimmage at practice. Maybe some of Winthrop's walk-ons will transfer in.
Jeff and his staff are building the type of program that will produce the results that we all want.
Based on the last 2 years and the way next year is shaping up, we must want really bad results.
In his first 2 years he has established a strong foundation for our future as he has hired an excellent staff.
Dude, he didn't even have a staff, except for that one shady guy. He inherited the staff that was already here. In fact, I'm pretty sure they were hired way before he was. Ron thinks we have really short memories.
He has established championship expectations both on and off the court. He has made every decision for the long-term benefit of the program.
Yes, championship expectations for the teams we play. The only expectation he's established at Wake is that we'll get beat by Wofford, and Stetson, and Presbyterian, and almost everyone else. And if he had really made every decision for the benefit of the program, wouldn't one of those beneficial decisions have been to resign while we can still field a starting 5?
He has made difficult player decisions that may not have been in the short-term competitive best interests of the programs but were definitely in our long-term best interests.
Yes, decisions like signing 2-star sleepers because they fit our culture and then watching them abandon ship. Decisions like dropping an F-bomb on that guy in Miami and giving idiotic interviews. We have reached new levels of both ineptitude and rudeness.
Comparing Jeff's first 2 years with us to other new coaches is not a valid analysis.
Because if you do this, it has now surpassed one of the worst hires ever to take the coveted crown of the absolute worst hire ever. And we know it wasn't a bad hire, because Ron hired him. It's not like Ron should have seen this coming or anything.
The status of each program is unique, and the manner that coaches and universities expect the program to improve also differs.
Yes, our status is uniquely bad, and the manner we expect the program to improve appears to be not at all.
Jeff and his staff are building the program in a manner that we have requested of them.
Whoa, Ron's gibberish gear just went into overdrive. I think what he is trying to say is that all your base belong to us,
and will benefit the university long term.
Because at this rate we'll have to drop basketball altogether pretty soon, freeing up lots of time and money. We can use the Joel for debate tournaments. Debating whether Ron is just making this up as he goes or is truly batshit crazy.
Our basketball future is extremely bright.
If by bright you mean dark, hopeless and enraging.
It has been a challenging 2 years, but every decision that has been made will allow us to become the program that we all want.
Assuming that we all want to be horrible.
Thanks for your support. Go D-Mans. Can we get ice cream now?